All right, welcome to the Harris Mastermind Private Travel Flight Club. I'm going to go over with you a couple different options of how we're able to fly around the world whenever we want, as often as we want, at affordable prices for this mastermind group only. So, a typical flight, sometimes we have what we call jet deals to where we can choose a plane and maybe destination routes that are already predetermined, like these here. So we may not have enough room on a flight, etc. So you'll probably be flying with other people, but we can probably get you on this flight for as little as $300 to as much as $2,000, which is typically for a first class ticket. So Los Angeles to Denver, the flight prices vary depending on, but if you're one of those last minute travelers and you're okay with that, maybe you have a long weekend and you want us to check some flight options, you can get to one of these major cities that we are flying in. You can simply just put in a request. Hey, do you have anything, or what's the closest thing that you have to Memphis at a deal under $2,000? And so this is what it looks like on the inside. Once again, you may be flying with other people, but like I said, between $300 to $2,000 per ticket. Denver to Fort Lauderdale, and that's the inside of it. Louisville to Marco Island, $300 to $2,000 ticket. Absolutely amazing experience. You just walk right in. You put your bags, you hand it to the chauffeur, and they put the bags on the plane for you. You can drive up to the jet, and they'll park your car and all that good stuff. So different cities, you have different experiences, but so this is the inside. New York to Los Angeles. This flight here, I want to say, is about $800. It will be your cost, $800 a person, and you'll be flying like this, private flight. All right, let's go to some other options here. So these are some of our major flight routes, and so these are more where there could be people on the plane, but a lot of times you're by yourself, to be honest. I love being around people because it's a high opportunity for me to network with other like-minded massive business professionals. So you can see here New York to Atlanta, and then of course we can get you back from Atlanta to New York to South Florida, Boston, Washington D.C. to New York, South Florida to Atlanta to South Florida. So anytime you see that little loop right there, we can flip it around and get you back too as well. South Florida to Orlando. So these are more common flight routes. Colorado, New York, Bahamas, South Florida, Abaco Club, Las Vegas to San Francisco, vice versa. So anything you see on the right, we can get you back on the left. Give you some other options here and let you see. Coachella Valley, Los Angeles is loaded. Los Angeles has flights where a lot of times when they're around the Los Angeles West Coast, up and down the West Coast, you'll definitely have more business professionals on those. The other cities outside of Los Angeles and New York typically have more or less people on the plane, but it's only like 6 to 12 people seaters, so it's not really that much. So Chicago, Austin, Texas, Houston, we're all loaded in Dallas area, New York, Vegas. Then we also even have the Middle East and the and Dubai area, London, all over London, intercontinental areas, all these different cities in London, and Moscow, etc. So these flights typically range, like I said, between $300 to $2,000 for any one of our mastermind members. You just pretty much put in a request right now through the medium that we tell you to, and we will get you going and look up some routes, look up your availability. You give us some options as far as dates, and we'll let you know what's available to you. So thank you so much for being a Harris Mastermind member, and welcome to our Flight Club program. Talk to you soon.